Removing these guide pins on these Mercedes-Benz OM616 and 617s, usually you would have to go and buy a whole guide pin removal kit to be able to remove this timing chain guide. Now there are quite a few of these pins down under if you're going lower into the engine, but to remove the timing chain, this guide needs to be removed, and this needs to be pulled out. It's only put in there by friction, and it is suggested even by the manual that when you put it back, you put a bit of sealant over there. I only use Victor Reigns sealant, so I'm not endorsed. I am endorsing the product, and I'm not being paid to say that. It's a product I have found to be superior to any other sealant of the RTV type. Okay, so what I went and did was I used some welding skills, and I made one of these. Let's just focus on that so you can see it better. Let's try that. Anyhow, I have a bolt at the front, and I welded it on there. Then I take a spark plug spanner. This is difficult because it's only me today. And I put that on there. I screw it on there, onto the guide pin. And then, I haven't done it that way now, but I'm just explaining to you so you get the idea. So I have the spark plug spanner, and then I put a big washer on there. So when I tighten that washer, that nut over there onto that washer, it pulls on this guide pin over there, and it pulls it out pretty well. I would suggest just spraying a bit of Q20, WD-40, some kind of release agent on there before you do that. I hope this works for you as well as it does for me. Just to continue on removing this guide pin from the OM616 or 617 engine, I've shown you what I've done. It's screwed into that pretty tight now. I didn't get a washer, so I just took another 21 millimeter, what's this, 21 millimeter socket, turned it around so the flat end is on this side, so I don't damage this side of the socket too much. It's a very old one in any way. I've already replaced it. So now I'm going to tighten over here with my 17 millimeter socket. This is an M10 piece of threaded bar welded onto the I think it's M5 screw thread. It goes into the stud bolt. As I tighten it, it should just pull it out of the engine. I'll show you when it's out. There we go. I ended up using a 21 and a 22 millimeter socket to pull out the pin. You can see the guide pin is out there. So here I had a vise, and there we go. There the pin is out. I'm not going to pull it out any further. I need two hands to catch this guy. Don't want it falling into the engine. But there's your little setup. There is my guide pin still screwed in there. I'll just use the pliers to loosen it up again. When I insert it back into the engine, I'll just put a bit of good quality RTV like Victor Reigns on there, tap it back into that hole through the timing chain guide with a rubber mallet or a wooden mallet so that it seats there by friction again. All right, this is it.